Hi, what's up guys? It's Jono here from jono-armstrong.com, coming at you with another bit of ninja tip training. Okay, feel free to connect with me on Facebook. This is my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/jono-armstrong1980. You can also check out my blog here at jono-armstrong.com, and if you want to sign up for my emails, you can do on here. Also, all of this free training I've compiled into a training course, step-by-step training course, which you can access through the link down below. So today I want to talk to you about email sequences and setting up campaigns. Now, I'm actually going away to Bangkok tomorrow with my wife for a 5 days little getaway, and there's a product that's being launched tonight, my time. And I'm not gonna have the chance to be on it all the time while I'm away in Bangkok, because I want to be kind of chilling out and roaming about. So I've had to set up all of this stuff, the whole campaign, set it up in advance, so it's just going to run in the background without me having to touch it. Now, usually I don't do this. Usually I send out my email broadcasts as soon as I've written them, because some things might change. The price might go up drastically suddenly and I need to tell my subscribers about it, or I might add another bonus or something like that. So it's not completely recommended to do this. However, if you're in a similar situation to me where you're taking off for the weekend, or you just don't have time to do this during the week, and you want to set up everything in advance so you can just kind of set it and forget it, then this is what you need to do. Okay, so the product that is launching that I'm promoting is called Ignition. Okay, so what I've done is I've recorded my review video. I've actually made three different videos because I'm kind of experimenting with lengths of videos. I don't know if people prefer to have a full in-depth review, which takes me around 25 to 30 minutes to do, or if it's just a bit too long for people. So I've made 3 different reviews. One which is an in-depth review, which is 33 minutes long. My second video is just under 10 minutes, which is kind of average standard review time. And I've made another super short one at 4 minutes long. So I've made a folder here, Ignition. So I've got my 3 different videos and I've got my 3 different thumbnails. I've uploaded all of them onto YouTube, and they are all live, and I believe they are ranking, but let me just check it out quickly while I've got you here on the line. Ignition review. Just check it out. Excellent. Right, I am here. This is my short review video. This is only 4 minutes 39, and then I have my medium video, which is 9 minutes 32. Somewhere down here, there we go, I've got my full length video. So hopefully, just off YouTube alone, I'm going to be making quite a bit of money off this launch. So I'll keep you posted on that. However, what I've done in Commission Gorilla, which is where I make my bonus pages, I have 3 different bonus pages. Okay, they are all exactly the same content. They've got, well, let me just explain to you. Okay, Ignition, this one here, this is the first bonus page, and what I've done, this is purely for my YouTube videos. So what I've done here is I've got two places where I put my links, my affiliate link. The first one is here at the top. So I just click on the link. I've got /YT at the end of it, which stands for YouTube. Now what that means is when I go to track my sales later on in Warrior Plus, I'll be able to see which sales came purely from YouTube, which sales came from my email list. Okay, so I've got one link there, and then I have the other link here in the main bit where you put your affiliate link with /YT on the end. These are my bonuses are here, and as you can see, just take a note, there's 7 bonuses altogether. Okay, now if I go to my other page, again, it's exactly the same as the page that you just saw. There's 7 bonuses on it as well. However, this is the page that I'm initially going to be sending out to my email list. So again, I've changed the links at the top and on the side, on the main bit here. So it says mail at the end of it, so I'll be able to know that the sales have come from my email list, and I'll be able to see what I need to tweak and stuff. Now, there's one last page, and the only thing that's different with this is that I've added an extra bonus to it. Now, there is method to this madness, because later on in my autoresponder series that I've already set up, after like a day, then I send out an email saying that I've added another bonus to my bonus page, which is this bonus number 5. Hold on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's the awakening here. Okay, so this is the bonus that I've added, which I'm going to be sending out on day number, at the end of day number 1, I think, but we'll check it now. So this is just this is just as an added incentive for people to buy from my email list, kind of push them over the edge into buying by adding this extra bonus, because this bonus here, the Awakening, this only launched like last month, and it's a really good course, and it's still like really fresh. So I've got the privilege of being able to promote this to my list, so I'll give it away for free. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this campaign. Now, for the people who actually bought Ignition from my previous bonus page without that bonus included, then they don't have to worry, because on my bonus delivery page, then they actually get access to the Awakening anyway, so they don't have to worry about that. So before we get into this, there's something that I forgot to do, which is add the bonus to the back end of Warrior Plus. So let me just do that now, and you can learn from this while I'm doing it, because this is important. This is a really important way of growing your buyers list, by doing this, by offering bonuses and then getting that subscriber onto your buyers list down the line through doing this. This is like the main, apart from getting the sale, this is the main reason why we set up all of this stuff. So okay, I need to grab my the JV page to see where my link is. Calendar and it's in this one. Let me just okay, so Ignition, just gonna go to the JV page and grab, usually the place where you'd grab your affiliate link, there's something under it which says add bonus, and that's what we're going to be doing right now. And I'm going to show you how to do that just quickly. You might have to bear with me, because I'm just going to like skim through this, because I need to be off. I've got I'm doing some filming tonight, and I need to leave in like 45 minutes, so I'm going to have to make this really quick. So here's my affiliate link in Warrior Plus. Click on link details. A little box is going to pop up, and then you're going to put your buyer bonus URL here. Now, what this is going to do essentially is, down here in Warrior Plus, when somebody buys it, they can access their purchase through the green button here, and then they can access all of my bonuses by clicking on the blue button. Now, what we want to happen when they click on there is the first thing they're going to see is an email capture form. And then once they fill in their email details, they're obviously going to go through to the buyers list on my email list. And then the thank you page is going to be their bonus delivery page, where they can access all of these bonuses. So let me just make sure that I have got the right page. It's the one with the Awakening in. Yep, there we go. So save and exit on Commission Gorilla. And then I'll be able to pick up... I'll be able to pick up the bonus delivery link. I think I've already saved it here anyway. There it is. So what we do is we go into our autoresponder, and you would create a form. Now, I've already got a bunch of forms made up from previous promotions that I'm just going to duplicate. And that's the beauty of GetResponse, is that you can just duplicate it after you've done it once. And it's pretty easy to do from scratch anyway, but I'm not going to show you how to do that because it's going to take too much time. So I'm just going to duplicate my previous, one of my previous promotions, and it's just a generic landing page really where I capture their email. So here we go. Just go to the settings box up here, click on that. Gonna call it ignition, okay, and then in the custom thank you page bit here, you have these different options. You choose custom, okay, and then you go and grab your thank you page from Commission Gorilla where the bonuses get delivered, and you just paste it into here, and you do the same with already subscribed URL. Choose custom and then just paste it in down the bottom there. Once we've done that, just hit on save and then save and publish. Okay, you can see it's just generic. Where should I send your bonuses? First name, email address, send here, and then there's gimpy little me there. So just click on save and publish, and then we're going to grab the URL. Okay, so who will publish this form to your website? I'll install it myself. No. Get my designer to install the form. No. Get response will host my form. So this is the form, this is the link, this is the URL. So you're just going to copy this, and I'll just show you what it looks like if I just paste it into a browser there. Okay, there you go. So if I put in my, I'll just do it anyway, Jono. Okay, so if somebody puts their name into there and their email address, then you'll see they'll automatically go onto my email address, and then they'll get to my bonus delivery page here when they can pick up all of these bonuses, including the Awakening, which is kind of a surprise bonus if they just bought it straight off. So there you go, that's how it works. So we just copy the link from Get Response, we go to Warrior Plus, and we paste it into where it says buy a bonus URL. So whenever anybody buys this through me, then I get this opportunity to get that person onto my email list as well, so I can promote to them, and they're a high quality subscriber because they're a buyer, and you know they're a buyer because they've already bought Ignition or whatever you're actually promoting, and they've accessed the back end area, which means they've bought something. Okay, so they're a buyer subscriber. So then what I did, okay, just going back to after I finished off my bonus page and my video, I went to Get Response, and then I set up a series of emails in my autoresponder. So I'm just gonna show you them right now. So these are all my newsletters or broadcasts, if you like, in Aweber. I don't use Aweber anymore. I've gone to Get Response because it's just got so many more features that allow me to free up a lot more time, like what I'm showing you now. So the first email I have, it went out 24 hours. It went out 24 hours before the launch, which it launches in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It launches in about 4.5 hours. So this went out yesterday. And then I got another one that's due to go out an hour before the launch, which is going to be in around 3.5 hours time. And then I have an email that goes out when it goes live. And obviously if you're on my mailing list, you're going to be getting all of these emails anyway, so you can read them and feel free to like duplicate them, copy them. You have my permission to do that if you want. And yeah, all the way up to an hour before it closes down, which is going to be next Friday, and then a few hours before it closes down next Friday, and then an hour before it closes down. And what I've done, basically, I'll just quickly show you a couple of these emails. So I'll show you the live email. I basically kept it. The spin that I've done on this basically is, Ignition is a really good course. I went through it. It took me like 3 hours to go through it. There's so much detail in there. And there's a similar course that I bought for $295 like about 3 months ago, and the information that's in Ignition is pretty much the same. So And Ignition is only $12.95. So that's the unique selling point for me, and that's what I'm talking about in this email. So feel free to pause the video and have a read through this if you really want. And then I have an email that goes out. Okay, it launches in the morning at 9 o'clock. There's an early bird between 9 o'clock and 12 lunchtime. And then I send out another email in the evening, just after dinner time, at around kind of 6-7 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time. And then I have another one that goes out the next day in the morning, another one that goes out the next day in the evening, another one that goes out on the second day, and this goes on for the whole of that day. And then I have one that goes out on the third day, and then that runs all the way to the seventh day, and I'll show you how I do this. Okay. Right, so that's scheduled, and then I have these closing ones. Now, how do I automate all of this, right? Because I've made all of these in advance, so I don't have to do any more emailing about this promotion until another promotion comes up after next week. So I've got all of this set up on autopilot. So what you do is you go to a thing called automation. Now, you have this in GetResponse. You don't get it in Aweber, and that's why I use GetResponse. You have this thing called automation, and I'm just going to show you. I'm going to give you an example of an automation that I've done. So, okay, when it goes live, I have this running for around 6 hours because I have another email that goes out in the evening. So I think it goes out at 7. So I've got between 9 o'clock when it launches, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have about 10 hours. Now, a great way of monetizing from your email list is to resend the same email to people who didn't open it. Okay, this is really, really effective, and if you're not doing it, you're kind of leaving money on the table, because you'll send out an email, and obviously people that are interested in making money online or internet marketing, they're probably on other people's lists as well. So when they wake up in the morning, they probably have like 30 or 40 different emails that they need to read through. They're not going to read through them all, so they just delete a whole lot of them, which is what one of them could be your email that you've sent. So you want to give it another chance to hit their inbox again, and have another chance for them to open it and read it and see what you're talking about. So this is what I've done here. I've set this to whenever Ignition Live is sent. This is the email that goes out when Ignition goes live. Whenever any of the attached messages is opened, and then I have this thing. It's a bit like a flow chart, all right? I have this attached to if somebody doesn't open it. You see there's a big red X there. That means doesn't open it. And then I have one of these things down here. So you've got conditions and actions, okay? These light blue ones are the conditions, like when an email is sent, when somebody subscribes, when a message is opened, when a link is clicked and stuff like that. And then these are the conditions. You've got stuff like send a message, copy to a list, wait a certain amount of time, remove a contact. You can even tag them and score them. This is quite technical stuff, and we'll get onto that later on. But for now, this is just a basic way of re-emailing people who don't open your emails automatically. So I've got it to wait for 2 hours. So what you do is you first of all you put your you need to choose one of these conditions from the right. So in this case, it's message sent. All right. And then you instantly go to the properties, because you need to choose which message you want it to automate. So in this case, I've taken it from newsletter. It's a specific newsletter, and it's called Ignition Live, because that's the email that I just showed you before. Okay, so I've chosen that one, and then when any of this email is opened or not, then it goes on to the next one. So I've got it to wait for 2 hours. Okay, again, when you choose the properties of the element which says email opened, okay, you need to make sure down here that by default it's after 1 day, and that's way too long, because I need all of this to happen within 10 hours. So you choose 0 days, 2 hours, 30 minutes. So when to assume the condition wasn't met, okay, after 2 hours, 30 minutes. So it assumes that the person didn't open that email if they didn't open it after 2 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, it might be a little bit too short of a time period to assume that somebody's opened an email, but I don't have time to wait around for like more than a few hours before it sends the next email. So that's what I've chosen to do. Okay, so I've got it to wait for 2 hours after they don't open the email. So in total, we have 2 hours 30 minutes plus another 2 hours. So it's four and a half hours, and then it's going to resend the same email. So again, I've chosen it. When you first do it, you need to do it under newsletter and then select it, and then it'll automatically move it to this automation sequence. And then again, if they don't open it, it's going to wait for 2 hours. And then if they haven't opened it in 2 hours, then again, it's going to send out the same email. So this is all going to happen within that 10-hour time period. Now, because I'm over here in Jakarta, it's kind of, it's almost, I think it's 11 hours. I'm 11 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time, so there's a bit of maths involved. So I've got it to start on the 13th. Sorry, this is the 11th, but it's actually before the email scheduled to go out, so it doesn't matter. And I've got it to end on the 14th, my time, at 5:13 a.m. Now this is around 6:13 p.m. in the afternoon on the 13th in Eastern Standard Time, which is perfect. So I don't want it to send any more emails about this live one after this time, because I have my next email coming up, which is what I'm gonna show you now. So that's basically how you do it. You just have this workflow which sets these conditions and actions. So when somebody opens that email, if they don't open it, then they go on to the next action, which is wait, and then it'll send the same email again. Okay, so the next one, it's going to be live +1, all right, and that's going to be the evening email, and that's going to run all the way till the next morning, because there's another email that goes out, which is which is day H +1, D-Day +1, and this goes out at 9 in the morning. So this previous email is going to run to the unopens all the way till kind of 9 in the morning. And then I got another one that goes out in the evening, so this automation process will stop then. And then I have another one that goes out on the second day, and this is going to run all the way up until the third day. And remember, we're only hitting unopened, so we're not really pissing anybody off on our email list, because we're only resending these messages to people who are not opening it. I mean, if they are opening the emails, then they're not gonna go into this sequence of getting re-emailed to, so it's not going to be pissing people off. It's only going to be trying to hit the people who are not opening the emails to try and get them to open it. So this is the one that I've got running on day 3. Now, again, it's running for every four and a half hours. It's going to resend it, and it's going to repeat this process. So when we get down to the bottom, it's going to repeat this process all the way back to this condition here. So it's going to send the message day 3, and then obviously it's going to run back to here. So if they don't open it again, they're going to go through the cycle again, and then it's going to go back. So hopefully there's not going to be anybody on my list that isn't going to go through this cycle and not open any of my emails. If there are, then I'm going to be cleaning up my list probably next week and removing people that don't open my emails, and I suggest you should do that too, because it all counts towards how much you're going to be paying per month for your for GetResponse, and you don't really want people on there that are not opening your emails anyway. So I'm going to do a tutorial on that sometime later on about segmenting your list and cleaning up your list, but for now I just wanted to show you how you can go out there, set up a campaign on a Friday, which is what I've been doing today. Done all my videos, bonus pages. I'm just going to do my blog after this, but that's not hugely important right now. And I set up all of my emails, and I've done all this automation. So for the following week, it's all pretty much hands off. I'm going to be going to Bangkok and having a good time. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial video. Remember, if you want to pick up any of my other tutorial videos, then there's a link down below where you can where I'm going to be hosting all of these videos on one web page on my website, so you can backtrack and check out my other tutorials there. It's totally free, nothing to pay. Just want to help you guys out. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy, bye.